Yo, 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 what's good, fellas? We're back with another one. Today is going to be an all upper body day. It's been a minute since I did a little all upper body. Usually it's like a back or it's a chest day or it's a leg day. But, there's nothing better than the Monday getting after it after, chilling, even on the cut. Like, it's very refreshing to have those 2 days and come back to that Monday lift and just go hard. And, it's a Monday and it's all upper body. Great way to start the week out every week, you know what I mean? And then, Tuesday's leg day. So, you knock yourself down a little bit. But right now, I'm not even kidding. Like, leg day, whatever lift it is, every day has just been on the money. Like, I can't complain whatsoever. Like, the motivation's been there, the cut, like, everything's just been going smooth sound. We're 4 or 5 weeks in now. Off the top of my head, I low-key only know how far I'm along with the cut because the videos that I make, it holds me accountable. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about the cut. It's holding yourself accountable. You can't have that little late night snack. You can't have that little late night treat because, it feels like it sets you back from what you really want. So whether it's ground beef and chicken, I've been loving it. It doesn't matter what it really entails, but as long as it's going towards my goal, that's all that matters, Either way, it's going to be an all upper body day. So a little bit of chest, a little bit of biceps, a little bit of triceps, a little bit of back, but we save core for leg days. So, if you ever want to catch me doing a little bit of core, you got to catch me on the leg day. That's how that be. But, regardless, still, I actually went away from the Stairmaster for cardio. I'm just starting to do sprints on the treadmill. I've been sprinting last week. My best one was, my best one, because one day I ate a little bit of pasta, and I'm not going to lie, my stomach was not in running condition, so I had to, pause and stuff. That was kind of like my little cheat, I guess, but, it was still, more ground beef and red sauce, with just, some pasta, protein, 20 grams per serving or whatever. Right, I don't know. If you guys know your protein pastas, you know what I'm talking about. So, we got our proteins, not just straight carbs. Either way, though, my fastest one I ran was 3/4 of a mile. That's what I've been running generally, and then just, doing steady jog after and stuff. But I ran 3/4 of a mile in 5 minutes flat, which was okay, I haven't really done that probably since high school, man. I haven't ran since I used to play lacrosse, you know what I mean? Once the bodybuilding stuff came around and I started working, what's cardio? But, I'm getting to it, fellas, and whenever it's time to get to the cut and lock in for certain things, you know what I mean? It's time to bring that cardio back and get that ass moving. But, either way, fellas, I'll catch you guys on the flip for this lift, all upper body day. Let's get it. Alrighty, fellas, so we got coming in here, nice little chest fly here on the pec deck. 3 sets, 10 reps with this, with a 10-second hold at the end. That's one thing with this thing, especially on the cut. Still don't know how, and we're a few weeks in now, but this has gone up. Quite a bit of my lifts are still going up. A lot of them have kind of plateaued, but at the same time,
the hat right away.
The intensity's still there. That hasn't gone down at all. Here we got our tricep push down, 3 sets, 10 reps, coming from the overhead position. But still somehow the rep, I'm still going up or I'm plateauing, but at the same time, the wear and tear on my body, I'm feeling it just a little bit. You know what I mean? With the cut taking me down necessarily, but I'm not. It's really not bothering me too much, to be honest, which is a great thing. We got 3 sets, 10 reps here with the pull. Then here's my beautiful girlfriend, and we are gonna do one of her workouts. I forgot to mention. This is a 7-7 ladder with dumbbells. Usually we do it with the preacher curls, and we do 7 full range, 7 partial, and then 7 quarter. This one actually is full range of motion, then a top half motion, and then the bottom end motion. So you get a little whole wrap of the perspective here on this one. And I'm not gonna lie, it definitely put my arms down. That is for sure. I was jokishly grabbed the 55s. I'm like, this ain't gonna be shit. You know what I mean? And I went from the 55s to the 45s, and then to the 45s to the 40s, really quick. And then I think I found my groove in between like 40 or 35. I forgot which one it was. Maybe I stayed at 40, but it definitely hit a different way. I'm still working out with my girlfriend all the time, fellas, too. That's whether she's on the camera or not, too. It's always great having her in a lift with us. Shout out to her. She's just like one of us, in there every day, all day. You know what I mean? Either way, incline dumbbell press here, 3 sets, 10 reps. Still going hard and heavy. That's like I said, that hasn't slowed down. But even on this wide variety of, hitting that little bit of everything for some upper body today, we roll over here. We got our shoulders and traps getting hit on the overhead press here with 3 sets, 10 reps, And with this one especially here too. Like, I actually just recently started throwing the 25-pound plate on the side again and feeling good about it. For a while, I was, this one I took a step back to, try and, recorrect things. But, also too, I won't lie, I forgot it. This was the video. I had to chow down the weight a little bit. I was starting to feel it. But, we go down, we just take the 25s off real quick, get right back to it. And that's the thing, not stopping, just keep going. It doesn't necessarily, a stop doesn't mean necessarily you're done. You know what I mean? You always got a little bit left, just go get it. And that's what we did there. And that's the thing. It's all right to take weight off as long as you're doing it good and proper. Go up after that weight and go down as you need. Then we got 3 sets, 10 reps here with the lat pull down just to finish things off here. Really, fighting and struggling at this one, but no matter what, we dog it out, get it done. Feeling good, feeling great.
So let's wrap on today's nice lift. Went hard. Me and the lady friend worked side by side today. Shout out to her. Hanging out with the big dogs, and I also like doing it with her. You know what I mean? It always makes it fun. But either way, fellas, here is the pump check. Let's get it.
Alrighty, fellas, and that's a wrap on today's video. Not gonna lie, today's the next day, and I'm definitely feeling it. We got legs today, so gotta go hard regardless. But definitely feeling it in my chest. Really been advocating a lot more time and focus on my chest, just because I feel like I gotta grow it a little bit more personally. But anyways, regardless, I'm not gonna lie, definitely feeling it. I've been hitting my protein perfectly, just trying to keep the carbs low. Also same with the calories. Hitting a little bit of cardio also taxes away at a lot of the calories. But the thing is, like, the energy's getting me a little bit, but at the same time, the numbers are still staying solid, bro. I really don't get it. It's crazy to me, but you know what? That is a great thing. That really is, because to me, protein, and you can always bounce your carbs around, even when you're maintenancing or bulking, you can really bounce your carbs around. I feel like as long as you're hitting your protein, you're going in the right direction. But either way, fellas, definitely went hard on this one, and it was very fun, you know, to hit it with my lady as well, you know. Shout out to her yet again. You know what I mean? She's always hanging around with the big dog. But you know, anyways, fellas, that's been it for today. If you made it this far, please hit like, subscribe. I appreciate it. And as always, stay hustling, stay grinding, stay focused. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.